like to revisit the identification of the decedent, specifically Christopher Thomas. Your Honor had previously ruled that we could not, without proffering to you what we've done.
I'm sorry?
If you recall the arguments previously when the defense cited the case law, Your Honor was asking us what efforts we've made to utilize a non-family member for purposes of identification of the decedents. So we have at this point subpoenaed multiple witnesses, including, for instance, Travion Glass, who's refused to come to testify. We've also subpoenaed Patrick Deloach, who has had unsuccessful service on. We've subpoenaed Frito Bang, whose legal name is Frederick Gibbons. He has refused to comply with subpoenas, and his attorney, Danica Davis, who had previously accepted service on his behalf, has now no longer accepted service on his behalf, so we're unable to bring him in. And there was an additional witness who we have not been able to serve, Jacoby Mills, we have not been able to serve. At this point, the state's re-arguing and requesting that the court allow us to use the family members as the only credible witnesses that the state has to identify the decedents. Today, specifically, we could call Leandra Phillips, one for the purpose of identification, but also for other testimony that's relevant to the case.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we find it to be disingenuous to make the argument that witnesses that the state has been unable to contact for the last 3 years, and they know they have, to say, but we really have been trying while we've been in trial, as though those 4 people who they know to be unavailable are the people that comprise the universe of people that can identify the 2 decedents. That's clearly not the case. For there to be a good effort, a good faith effort to identify somebody who's not family member, they should maybe broaden their search to somebody that the family might know, maybe a very distant relative, something of that nature, as opposed to the 4 witnesses that they know that they have been unable to reach for 3 to 4 years. To now come and say, we're really still trying to reach them, Judge, is not passing the hurdle of good faith effort to find somebody other than a family member to testify. That is assuming that these are the only 4 people they know. And they already know that they can't find these people because they haven't been able to find them for 4 years. So to now come and say, we still can't find them, but we really have tried for the last 2 weeks, is not moving the ball an inch.
In addition to that, Your Honor,
Yes.
in addition to that, Trevon Glass is scheduled for a deposition tomorrow. The state informed us just recently, during the lunch break, that they anticipate he'll be here for deposition. So it's a little immature for them to bring up premature. I'm immature. To bring that up now.
Your Honor, we were going to call the witness at this time, Leandra Phillips.
Phillips, please. Ms. Phillips, welcome. Come on up here, please. When you get to that chair, what I'd like to do is remain standing. Raise your right hand and be sworn.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you shall give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Please state your full legal name for the record.
Leandra Phillips.
Please spell your first and last name for the court reporter.
Leandra, Leondra Phillips, Phillips.
Thank you.
Please have a seat. Ms. Phillips, that microphone will go up or down, but it doesn't move back and forth. Okay. Counsel, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Ms. Phillips.
Hi, how are you?
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury?
Leandra Phillips.
Okay. And are you related to one of the decedents in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother,
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
And you have previously been shown outside the presence of the jury a photograph with ME number 18-3119. And that was a head photograph. It's now in evidence under state's 75, and I believe it's photograph number 4. Who was that? Were you able to view that photograph?
That was my son.
If you recall, we showed it to you previously, the headshot with the medical examiner's number. Who was that in that photograph?
Christopher Thomas, my son.
Okay. And also, publishing states 7. Positive 21915. Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right-hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you know him by another name?
Melly.
And do you see Melly Jamel Demons in the courtroom?
Yes, I do.
Can you identify him by an article of clothing and where he's sitting in the courtroom?
He's sitting over there. He have a tuxedo. Or I think it was first.
Okay. Your Honor, let the record reflect the identification of the defendant by this witness.
The record shall so reflect the in-court identification of the defendant.
Nothing further.
Ms. Phillips, we want to express our condolences to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nothing further. This
Thank you. You can step down. Thank you, ma'am.
time the state's going to publish 61, state 61.